Hello. Wow. Like my headset is semi-transparent, I think because I set the chroma key to be too dark. Um, right. It's weird. I still haven't figured out the best settings for that. And just 1 second. Sorry, I want to quickly fix that. This is really annoying. I'm semi-transparent. I'm like a ghost. So how are you? How are you doing? How's your Animal Crossing? So yeah, I actually have some like fun stuff in my village. So maybe I would just like chat about that when I'm fixing this. So so what happened in my village is like, cause I'm now starting to get more villagers that I have a I have actually I didn't realize that you have to talk to Tom Nook in the this resident service to get yeah, now my background is like semi-transparent. There's no way around it. Yeah, so yeah, I have to talk to Tom Nook in the resident service to get more plots for people to move in. So I discovered that by accidentally clicking that like the option of what should I do. I thought that I know what I'm doing, so I didn't ask him. And okay, it's just, oh, I know why, because I turned down the lights for the webinar. So we had a webinar earlier today, not webinar, the interview earlier today. So I was interviewed by the database community. So yeah, but anyway, back to Animal Crossing. So yeah, I was, I didn't know that, and now I put down more plots, so more animal can move in. And since I've been visiting a lot of people in the Turnip Exchange, so yeah, it's just getting worse. Yeah, I have visited a lot of people in Animal Exchange, so I got some new animals from out of town, and also got like campers and also like that moved in. So one of the camper that moved in, his name is Chop, so he's a pig. So I don't know how I feel about that. It's like I mean you're cute, but like I don't want to eat you. I just want to be a friend. So that's the funny thing about Chop. And then since then, I try to get more villager. I went to a island and then I met a boo that's named T-Bone. So I was like, that's perfect. You would be Chop's best friend because you two are both like, you two would both make me hungry. So now I have 10 villagers now, which is great. I think that's the max that you can have in an island. I'm happy with that. Like I feel I start to feel a bit like lonely during this time that I have to stay at home. I kind of I let you know I just like I feel that it's much better if like in the game I have like animals that's like around. I can talk to them. Then they are doing their daily activity. That got a liveliness in the island that like we're missing here in in the lockdown. So that's yeah. So yeah, that's my update of Animal Crossing. Also, I bought a lot of turnip yesterday because it's Sunday. Again, like I go to an turnip exchange, got a good price. Visited some like nice people, bought some turnips. I now like my beach is full of turnips, and Isabel is complaining that I have too many stuff laying around the island. It was like, hey, like listen, don't complain because if I don't buy and sell this turnip, we have no money to develop the island. So like, please shut up. so so that's the funny thing like that I realized in the game. So which is yeah. I think they're not expecting you to like put millions in. Actually, I just bought like around 1 million of turnip because it kind of like it already took me 3 trips. And I think I like because I again like have like some people are very nice that on Turnip Exchange I can visit the island, but there'll be tons of people coming in. So like every trip is just like a time consuming, so I don't want to do it too much. Um, so anyway, back to what we are doing today. So you can see that our website, our Animal Crossing wishlist website, it now got a better look since we have done some work last week. And so now it's like you got Tom Nook at the top here. We got this, so you can jump to the wish list and giveaway list. By the way, this is fake because like this is not updated. I have played the game more, and now like this totally changes. And I updated picture. I updated picture that is from Nukason. But I realized that there's like all these funny aspect ratio, and also I said last week that I gotta fix I gotta maybe put more items in a row, but I didn't do that. I lied because I don't have time to get around to fix that. So like I said, that need me to like install the npm again on this new computer, and use Gulp to change the CSS. So like we gotta leave that for now. It's just like I just need to sit, like find some time around to do it, and I like, cause I think a few weeks ago I did something about Gulp that I don't want to do it again very soon. So maybe later. I want to do something new today, so I won't do that. We still have those like lots of social icons that, well, these are some of them are fake. I think what I want this to do is like, now there's no link to the Discord, so in the future, not today, but I would maybe try to make this into, write some JavaScript or something that like clicking this would be copying your username in the clipboard, so when people click on it, they can just like add you as a friend on their Discord. Um, so yeah, but like I will leave these two things in the future. Today, this is quite nice. I changed the color of this, and this is quite nice now. That it show you which section you are in, and it's green, matches with this icon that I steal from some website. Sorry about that. I know like I shouldn't be stealing things, but like this is just a fan website. And this is weird. This CSS needs to fix as well. I don't know why it's like now it's on the left hand side. I will fix all of them. In the future, but today we gotta do this. We gotta use Netlify CMS. That's something that I've been talking for quite a while, that like we gotta do. So actually, this is part of the reason why I built this website. I want people that maybe like not very comfortable with Git can still have their own website. So this would be very good. I've done this with my company's blog, that because well, we have the dev team, but we also have people that are in the operation team, so they are not dev. So Git for them maybe like is a little bit too much. I want to teach them Git anyway, but I still haven't get the plan down yet, because we have a short week this week. Because like I know some people have had their holiday last Friday already, but I think in Ireland and in UK, like in UK we'll have the holiday this Friday. But I think for I think in Ireland it's another day. I can't remember this, like, because we are like distributed remote team, so like people have different holidays in their own countries. It's funny. But because I think it's all like so like because it's near the 1st of May, so that we have holidays around so we have short work weeks this week. So I don't think I gotta be able to run the workshop with my colleague, but I'm trying to schedule something down. I really want to get that tutorial done. And but anyway, like what I want to do is that by using Netlify CMS, that people can do can manage the website content without using Git. So yeah, like all of my tutorials, I would be actually I'll be monitoring the chat. So if you're watching, if you have any questions, or even like you just like you can just say hi to me, like let me know that you're watching. Then actually I will have more energy, because like I think a lot of people already like experienced that, because like I've speak with a lot of speaker that speaking on stream and speaking at a conference is different. Just at a conference, at least you can see those eyes, like people whether they're listening or not. But or sometimes if you tell a joke, people like maybe there will be some laughter. But doing streaming, I don't know. So it's only like rely on the chat. So if you're watching, please say hi. Let me know that you're in the chat. Yeah, and so yeah, today we gotta do the Netlify CMS, content management. We gotta add this in. Like I said, I've done that before with my company's blog. So the ops colleagues can also manage the content. Like they can add a new blog, things like that. I may go back to it and like add more functionality in it, because like we have to restructure our website. So there will be some work afterwards, but I'm busy with my other project, so that will be later. But anyway, I can show you quickly today, hopefully, that's how to add a Netlify CMS to your Jacko website on GitHub. So a super easy way to do it, the most straightforward way to do it, let's look at the doc, is to use Netlify, because Netlify CMS work perfectly with Netlify, but it's not necessary to host on Netlify to use Netlify CMS. So this is two things. So like kind of like introduction, tell you a little bit about it. Like yeah, they are two things. So Netlify is a platform that like they provide a hosting service. They provide lots of other services as well. You can check their website. But one of their service that is open source is not service. One of their products that is open source is Netlify CMS. So it's basically some script that's written in Java. I believe it's JavaScript. Yeah, that lets you let you. Well, you will see when I show you. But it basically we have an admin page that you could upload content, and it was after that it was send a pull request to, like, if for example like what I do, like what I did, like I host on GitHub, so it would just send a pull request to GitHub. So so it's open source. So this Netlify CMS itself is open source, even though Netlify provides services that are not necessarily free. But they do have some thing that, like, well, check it out. I mean, I don't use it personally, but if you don't want to host on GitHub, if you want, easier access to Netlify CMS, you can use it with Netlify. But it's not necessary. So you can totally host it on GitHub like me. So well, there's also template available. Again, I gotta skip this because I want to add it to my website rather than start a new one. So what I gotta do is that I just gotta jump to this session for Guys for Jackal, because they have a very good example here to show how to put up an example website with Netlify CMS. So we gotta just copy some of these and put it in our website. And there's also other like things that very tricky. I'm not a fan of that, but like you need to set up all these webhook and stuff, which we'll do later. Let's quickly do this bit first. So well, if you want to add the Netlify CMS in, like I said, it's actually is a script. So so what you need is that in your HTML, so you have to add this index.html. So this actually is where you gotta have your admin. So it's like where you access to get to manage your content. So you can see that like most of the stuff is actually in this JavaScript. So yeah, that's why I think that they're written in JavaScript. Maybe React, I don't know. So yeah, this is what you need. So it's put in under admin index.html. So let's do that. So this is our website, and we gotta add new folder. Let's go admin. So in admin, I want to add a new file. Let's go index.html, and I just gotta paste it in and save. Oh, why is it okay? My bad. I was like, why is the syntax highlighting is not working? Because like I'm a dummy and I spell things wrong. Right. Yeah. Cool. So this is, yeah, let's just leave it as it is for now. So this is your content manager. And this actually works together with a YAML file. This actually tells Netlify CMS how your website is set up. So it could get very complicated. You can see like for each field you have all these things. So we gotta slowly build this bit by bit. And let's just copy the example first. Let's copy this one and put it as a config.yaml. Oops, why this is not okay. New file. Yeah, you don't see my struggle like when it's popping up. Okay. What's that again? So I config.yaml. Right. Okay. And branch master. Like I said, our website actually is built on source. So actually, I should push to show source since then. But we'll do it after. We'll push it to source after. So because oh, actually no. Yeah, if we gotta, okay, it really depends on, because some of my website will actually push to source, and the source will call record Jacko to build it, and now, oh, actually, like I forgot to do something. So okay, let's leave this one out. Let's leave this one out, and I should really show you um the GitHub, not this one, but if we go to our GitHub, right? Yeah, so I should really put this down. If somebody like when we are done, when somebody clone this website in the future, so all these things that you have to set it in your GitHub to make it work, I need to tell people how to use it. But let's do it later. So you can see that I have a lot of things going on here, but it will be under like what repo do I have? I have so many things. Oh my god. Yeah. So yeah, it's this one. So this is our repo. And so like I said, there's two ways. So for my website, I push it to source, and the source will build. The Travis will install Jaco and build it from there, and push it back to master. But I think for this website, because the reason that I did that with my website is because we use pagina 2. So if we don't use pagina 2, at least not for now, then we don't need that. So um, so let's just set that it kind of we just push to master, everything's on master, and then we'll let the GitHub's built-in GitHub pages, to build the Jaco, use the Jaco to build it and publish it. So how do you do that is like to go to settings, and if you go to so this repo setting, if you scroll down, you should be able to find that there's GitHub pages. So now it's none. So there won't be any pages for us to see online. So let's change to master branch for now. And yeah, and whoa, I have lost it. And yeah, so it's ready to publish at this. So this will be the link of our new website, but there's nothing there yet because we haven't built anything. So master branch, I think this is already saved. So also, if you have, you can also set up a custom domain for your own website. So maybe in the future, I would have another website to put it there. Yeah. So why is it saying like check.dev? Oh, because it's put it under my check.dev Animal Crossing wishes. That's interesting. I didn't know that. You like this. I thought it's gonna be like, oh, checking.github.io, but actually it's not. And yeah, that's very interesting. And I that's something that I want to show my colleague Robin. If you are watching, I don't think you are, but that actually there will be a workaround for our website if this is the case. That you don't have to do all this, like, because Robin helped me to fix some of the things on the website, and if we know this, then maybe we have a better fix rather than what we are doing now. So yeah, this is I learn something new every day. Like I'm doing the tutorial and I'm learning something myself. But anyway, like yeah, so I could also set up another domain for this. So I could, like, instead of having slash Animal Crossing wish list, I could have wishlist.check.dev. But this is funny. Okay, let's set up that for now. I'm not sure whether this would work properly as well, because it's a subdomain. But I think this is the only thing we could do at the moment. Yeah, we haven't pushed it. Okay, so this is what I want to show you, and yeah, right. Okay, so this is how you set up the GitHub pages um, on your GitHub. So let's go back to our admin. So push to master is fine because we are building a master. So we don't do this Travis thing, right? So this is only on source. But in the future, if we want to go to the first option, the build with Travis, we can use it. But right now it's not. And yeah, let's try to change some of these. So this will be where I put, like, if I upload a picture, I gotta put it here. And so it won't be block, actually. It will be, so the collection, there's two type of collection. So let me go back to the Netlify CMS documentation. So yeah, so I have to skip to the collection page to show you that actually there's um, two collection way to do a collection. Um, yeah, quick, not custom wedges. Yeah, configuration options. I think something like here. Really can't remember. Um, so yeah, they can have two type of collection. They can have the collection that is like a block, so each MD will be your new pose, or there's actually a options that lets you put the data file, because like we are using a data file here, right? You remember we put things under data here, and then we have all these, all these different items. So we gotta go through the collection type. Yes, find it. Collection type roots that we are not using the folder collections like the block. We gotta use the file collections. Well, actually, you can also use folder collection if you have other pages. But right now we just not gonna do that. So for the file collection, so the structure is a bit more complex, and so for this, and yeah, so for this we would try to mimic what the documentation is doing. So let's go back to our config file. So for collections, we have name. It will be, let's say we do the wish list, so wish list, and label will be wish list. Yeah. So we don't have a folder, so let's look at the collection. So we will have files, and the files will have the wish the YAML. So that would be, let's put the label. So there would be something else. So let's delete this one. Yeah. So under files that we would have. No, maybe I just copy the whole thing and change it here. I think. Yeah. It's easier than like doing it bit by bit. Right. Yeah. So files we have. This would be the wish list. Actually, I think locations. Yeah, actually, like this won't be wish list. This would be like items, like items, or maybe content. That's like, let's make it more fake. This is, yeah. And we have one wish list and one giveaway, right? So we have two. So this one would be wish. Oop. And this would be site and then data. And actually it's just underscore data, is it? So and it will be, yeah. Let me double check. Or let me go back to Jackal, because this one, I think that that example there is not using Jackal, so maybe things are in a funny places. So yeah, so you use underscore data and put the yeah. So this will be wish.yaml. Yep. And we can do similar thing for gift away. And I just gotta copy this one and paste it here. And this will be gift away.yaml. Right? And so fields, we gotta look at what it has. And the funny thing is, I think you need to put like you have to change this into under some, like all of them into under items, because reason being that like this is how a Netlify CMS work with the structure of the thing. So so what I gotta do is, bear with me 1 second, is to see what I did with my blog, and I gotta just copy that one because that's the structure that we want, and I have to navigate through like different pages to figure it out, so it would be very time consuming if I do it that way. So let's open my other, I'm like doing cheating now, I'm like looking at my other thing. So yeah, so look at the data there. Yep, so it will be items at the top. So let me come back to it. uh Oops, somehow it doesn't like what I'm doing. Okay. Right. So let's put this in. So let's change our YAML file. It needs to be like under items. So it needs to be like that rather than just a list top. Okay. So now this is under items. So it should be the same for the other one. Right. And what am I gonna do as well is, so now since I changed the structure of that, what I have to do is that I have to change the structure of how it's rendered in the card. So so let's check our card, so item cards, because now, like, remember we just called it the date site.data and then just go through this, and then now we have the item, it won't work. So we have to go to cards dot item cards. I do remember that one. Yep. So this one we were looping fluid. Uh, so item dot display names. Oh, we also have item here. It's gonna be tricky. The name clashes. Oh, this is items. Okay. 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 Let's be careful with the naming. Okay. I think it's not item card, so maybe it's the giveaway and the wish list here. Yep. So this one need to be size dot wish dot items instead. Let me double check. So yeah, that, I think that makes sense. So dot items. Now we have so many items here. Right. And I think I would do the same for giveaway. Giveaway G. Yeah, here. Yeah. So it should be like this instead, right? Because now it's wrapped in items. So let's see if it works. I think the best way to check is to go to our local and refresh. See if it works. Yeah, it still works, so that's fine. So we're doing that correctly. And let's go back to our config for the admin. So now here, what I gotta do is that, yeah, I'm cheating a lot right now. I'm like looking at what I've done in the past, because it's very, like I said, I spent like a weekend to figure out how all these things in different sources. So it's gonna be taking me for a while if I go to go to all those pages again. So yeah, so now we have the file and we should put down the fields in there. So the fields, we would have a label, name, and widget. So fields. So let's remove these two. So let's look at our structure of the data. So wish list would be have a name, display name, all these things. So I need all these as a field. So let's see. Yeah, let's jump back and forth. So actually, oh, this will be wish list. So this will be, so like, yeah, the names is all redundant. So wish items. Yeah, I'll put a quotation there just in case. And so name will be wish items. And widget is a list. Do I want it to be a list? I think, yeah, let's try a list first. I think that's how it works. Yeah, right. And the fields, so these will be the fields that I was highlighting before. So all these, so there'll be a name. It's got to be complicated. Okay, there'll be a name, and a display name. So this will be, actually I want to call it ID in here. So it's just like ID. So like what you will see is the label, and name is what is in, like what is called internally. So our name actually is the ID. So it will be a string. It's fine. We gotta make the same thing for display name, and label would be the name. This one will be name, but it actually is display name. So you will see name, but what I mean in the program is display name. So it's here. It's super confusing. I know naming is a very bad thing. Like you see name and name, this is horrible. Right. And so yeah, maybe I'll just put a lot of blanks there so I don't mix up the two things. So image would be an image. So I would put just called image is image, and widget should be image. So actually this is very nice. It would just like prompt you to upload an image. It will upload to the access uploads, and the URL will be prompt back, so it will be used in your site. Right. I think in this case you can also put a URL to an external one, but it's not recommended. Link. Oop. This would be a link. And what would be URL or string? I think string is fine. Yeah, let's put string. URL is also a string. Yeah, so you do all this. I don't know whether you have URL. Let's have a look at the documentation. How about that? So I think it's the wedge type. Wedges, yeah, here. That's what type? Yeah, you can see all this. The URL. No, it's only like file relations. Yeah, so we just use the string. I think that's fine. So what else do we have? We have a status. Oop. Status. I really wanted to be able to have a drop-down menu. So actually, can I have? So we would use relations to have a drop-down menu, but then we have to set up another data file to put all the options there. So another collection. So let's not do it now, um, but I would implement that like maybe next time, because otherwise it will be like super long. And so let's just put, what was that? I forgot. Status. So this is just status. Yeah, so we just do it bit by bit. We just like make it very simple right now. And we'll do this bit by bit every week. And hopefully at the end, we will have something that works and I could let people use it. Okay. Color variation as well is another option. Um, yeah. Oop. Put the quotation here because this one is 2 words. Variation. This one will be color variation. And yeah, all of them will be a string for now. This is the easiest. I would eventually make, a new data with all these, then you can drop down, but not now. Or maybe I can have a boolean. Can I have a boolean? True or false? No. Or select. What do you mean by select? Multiline true. A list of options. Ooh, I can actually do this, is it? Yeah. Oh yeah, well, okay, let's do it this way. Okay, so status is, So I don't have to use the relation, which is good. So status, we could have a either, what do we have here? We have wanted or acquired, is it? Why are we, what is wanted? I think some of them are acquired. Yeah, let's have wanted and acquired. And for acquired, we'll use a different icon. So status would be, how do you set it up? Options, widgets and options. So we select, and then we have options in a list of things. Okay. So we have wanted, and what do we have? So this one needs to be double quoted. Yep, to be double quoted. And acquire. I think there's also a thing in trade. So somebody say like, hey, I can help you, but you haven't got it yet. So that would be in trade. Yeah. Right. So it's, yeah, I think that's right. Just double check with any spelling mistake. So we can also do the same for color variation actually. So I can use select and this. So not the string now. Right. So color variation is that we can have yes or no. It's kind of like just Boolean thingy. Okay. Right. So what else? And then the date. Okay. Then we're done. The date, I think. Yeah. So this is the date. And the name is date. And we do have the date, right? We do have, yeah, we do have the date. So how do we use the date? Oh, we can have a default. Can we default today? But anyway, we can have a format. So how do I do it with the blog? I think I just use everything as default, right? And publish date. Yeah, it's just daytime. So yeah, just not to make things too complicated. Let's do this. Okay. Right. And I don't need the rest. Let me delete them. So this is the wish list. I think what I gotta do is just copy over this views for gift away, but we gotta change some of them. So label, it's gotta be gift away. This is give. So not to clashes with the name. Yeah, it's a list, and then we will just copy over this field and make some changes. Right, so let's look at the gift away. So we have name these are the same, so status will be different. Okay. Right. Yeah. Okay. Let's not. Yeah. So the status will be something different here this time. So actually, do I want to have the color variation because yeah, you should actually put the actual thing here, right? Because even though you have multiple, you may want to put it multiple times. But you may give away a DIY recipe as well. So status, let's say this is DIY. DIY available, DIY. This is strange because like, yeah. Yeah, so we have up for grab and DIY. I don't understand. Like we should make it better. But let's just copy this for now. And yeah, we should be able to have multiple, right? Because it could be a DIY and also up for grab, but yeah, we may have to plan that better. Yeah. But let's just follow what we did before. We just need to adjust it if we change that. Right. So this is this. So now we have this that this will let us, when we change the content, know how to change these files, how to add a new item in this file. Um, yeah, and let's see what we gotta do. And I assume that it won't work if we upload it now because the setup with GitHub is not done yet. But we could try logging in actually with the local. So yeah, but like I said, I assume everything will break. um, let's see how broken it is, and we gotta fix it. So because we have added some YAML file and and config, so I don't think you have to, because I think it's only the underscore config is the one that doesn't change when you make changes. But actually we could try first. Oh no, actually you know what? I just gotta build it again just to be sure. Um, yeah, build. Yeah, I don't like the bundle execute thing. I need to fix that one. I don't know how. Like I don't know why now I need to type that instead of just Jackal. I think I did something wrong with the setup of like when I install it. So I will fix that when I have time. So yeah, now it's running. So let's see what is going on. So hopefully the website is still working. Yeah, and let's see if the admin works. Yeah, it loads the CMS. So it's very interesting. It's asked for logged in. Why is it the case? I think this should kind of ask me to log in with my GitHub, right? Uh, okay, I'll just try. Well, you can see all my emails. Oh my god. But you won't be able to see my password. That's the most important thing. Let's see if I can log in. Nope. So it's not hooked with GitHub somehow. Let me double check. So yes, it's like the Git gateway. So I don't know why. Is yeah, why this is like asking me to logged in rather than just prompt me to logged in via Git. This is weird. Yeah, but the page was loading. This one. And let me double check something, because like yeah, it wasn't the case before when I do it. Yeah. So Netlify CMS. Yeah, it should be using the Git. So why is it? Oh, I think because I haven't set up the repo, is it? Oh yeah, I have to use GitHub. So okay, I know why. This should be GitHub, so not Git Get. So this Git gateway, I think, is Netlify. Netlify use it to for their people host on their website. So don't use that. That's why it's asking me to log in. And nope, it's not. It's just GitHub thing. So just let me log in GitHub. And now I have to set up a repo. Which repo I want to put in. So I have to put in after name. So this one will be repo. So well, you obviously Netlify need to know which repo you want to push your changes, right? So um yeah, let's come back here. This one is my repo. So oop, all these spaces. Right. Okay. So let's try that again. Let's try again. It just gone mad. Right. Yep. Now it's locked in with GitHub. Now it's correct. It's like what? Okay. Now you won't be able to see this, but what happened is I just like hook into GitHub, and then now I can logged in. So it seems working fine locally, but if you do it on GitHub, there's a catch. You have to write an authentication for it for GitHub. So yeah, so let's see what we have now here. Well, yeah, this is not linking because it's remote, so you have to. So that's why this is not working for now. But well, it's partially working. You can see we have these settings, but it's not linked to your thing, right? But you can. Can I add something, please? No. Yeah, because I was hoping that like at least I can show you the fields, but it's not working until you have it live online. Because all these authentication and stuff. Oh, but it does see my my pictures. It does see my pictures. Good. Um, yeah. So So yeah, I think that's something. Let's try whether our our website is working. I still don't think this is. Oh, this is partially working. Okay, yeah, because what happened is that because these assume all these pictures assume a and this is not even right. Yeah, all these CSS and stuff assume a path that is a domain, because this is not a domain. This is a subdomain of my own website. So this is funny. Um, so yeah, I just need to fix this, and let's see if admin works here. I don't think it will work because, like I said, you have to have the authentication, especially for GitHub. Yeah, it doesn't work, and I will have to figure this out and fix all this in my spare time. So I think, yeah, let's end it here. I think it's a good time to end. It's a little bit shorter than an hour, but we have set up the Netlify CMS at least, so you can see how easy it is, right? Actually, personally I like it, even though I don't use Netlify, but Netlify CMS is a very good one to use. So you can see how easy you just have these two. But I think what I gotta do is I gotta um, think about, like, you know um, so my online version of the website, I need to think about like all these paths and stuff, fix the CSS or these off screen so I can show you next time, because it was like take me some like trial and error to figure that out. And so next time I gotta show you how to authenticate um, the online version, so you could be able to still see this working fine in your GitHub. So yeah, so that's I think the authentication is the bit that I spend most time in when I try to do that, because you see that I have visited all these people's websites. This is how you build an authenticator, and this is you have to change the widget a little bit for I think this is for the collections to work. Yeah. So this is for like the collections to work. I think maybe we don't need that. I need to have a look at yeah, so you can see that this is super complicated because they have they want to have that thing that I talk about, like they can select different things from another collection. So maybe we don't need that, but like we need to do this authentication thing. Um, yeah, with GitHub, and I'll show you next time how to do this. And also, like I said, I've got to fix that funny CSS of my website. Um, that it's because it's sitting in a not the top level domain. Um, so that's it from me. And again, I would hope if you watch this afterwards, I hope you can watch it with me on Twitch together. Like you can, you'll be there on Twitch with me. You can type in the chat, give me suggestions that what I gotta do. Give me feedback whether you like this Netlify CMS or not. I personally quite like the idea of the Jamstack because I'm a big fan of hosting things on GitHub and have my website in static in Jackal. Um, so yeah, I think this really like adds some power to it, the Netlify CMS. And yeah, I think that's it for me for this week, and I gotta see you next week. Good luck with selling your turnips, and I now got 4 stars on my island. I'm trying to get like 5 star, and if I get to 5 star, I may have a Animal Crossing party. So say hi to me on Twitter, and maybe I can add you as a friend, and you can visit me on my island and visit Chop and T-Bones. They are not selling steaks. So yeah, I will see you next week. Bye.